you, sir, have seen Wicked, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You have had the privilege of seeing it. So
Yes.
yeah, it doesn't open until tomorrow. So I guess, can you fill us in? What is it like? What is it like to experience?
Well, it's like that. Do you like Thai food?
Sure.
If you like Thai food, you'll like it. If you do not like Thai food, I don't mean literally, you're not going to like it. It's a musical. It's super gay. It's very female centric. It's a direct prequel, and the story happens concurrently with events in Wizard of Oz, and it's in the style of the original Wizard of Oz, which was, for me, one of my greatest memories. Was I come from a different era, drinker. Both Gary is also from that era where movies were on TV. There were no VCRs, no DVD. They were on TV for a night once a year. That was it. Movies like West Side Story, Gone with the Wind, 10 Commandments, and Wizard of Oz. It was an event. The whole family was in front of the TV with an aluminum bowl filled with popcorn, and we watched movies. And Wizard of Oz is iconic. So I'm a huge fan of the play. I think the play is a great story about friendship, not any gay undertones to it at all, just friendship. And when I saw it, here's my nerd brain, having seen Wicked, the play, was like, if only the story of the fall of Anakin Skywalker and the friendship of Obi-Wan and Anakin was handled in the same way as this, we'd be praising the prequels. The prequels is, I think we look back on the Star Wars prequels as, well, it's aged better than the sequels. I think the sequels, we all agree, is just completely dismissible. And I don't even know why they're going to continue that story. It's pointless. But Wicked as a story is really amazing. It's the book and the play are different. The movie is also different in the sense that they added some things that actually make it better. So I am a fan of it, acknowledging also that it's very gay, but it's also like refreshing because the relationships in the story, Alphaba is the woman who will become the Wicked Witch of the West. You've got Galinda, who becomes Glinda the Good Witch. They have friendship. They were roommates in college, Shiz University, and you see rivals that become friends. It's a really beautiful story, and they both have boys they like. It's refreshing. Go to a movie and see heterosexual romantic relationships featured on screen. So that I like too. But in the background of the movie, it's so gay. And I mean, I'll give you an example. So the residents of Oz and the students at Shiz University, you see guys in pants, guys in skirts, guys in what can only be described, and nothing is over. It's there if you're looking for it, and kind of really there. There are drag guys in drag. There are women in pants. It's so they have this whole thing. You got pants, skirts, and then this weird half skirt. And let me see if I can share screen for something for a second to show you. It's this image that I don't know how to tell you this. This is on bathrooms in the United States. And it's basically you've got the male icon, female icon, and this kind of half skirt, which is to designate trans. So Bowen Yang plays a character in there, one of Galinda's friends. He's wearing a half skirt. It's kind of weird, but again, it's not overt. It's just this is literally for women and gays. This is the Super Bowl. This is Avengers Endgame because the play is 25 years. It's been around, and I've seen it 4 times. The Broadway play, which I think it's a great story because I love Wizard of Oz. If you don't love that, like Thai food, or you don't, you're not into it, you're not going to like it. I can't, it's like arguing over flavors of ice cream. You've got your favorite, you've got ones you don't like. Gary, I saw his out of the theater review. He did not like it. He acknowledged it's 2 hours and 40 minutes, but So it's a slog, right? But it's only half the story, and it ends exactly at the same place that the Broadway play has an intermission. So I'm a fan of the play. This is a great rendition of the play, and everything about it. The trailer, by the way, I thought was awful, terrible, bad effects, not real clear what the story was. That trailer was rushed. It was a mess. Everything that it's much improved. If you thought that trailer looked like crap, I would agree with you, but the movie is much better than that trailer. But
I mean, yeah, because I was gonna say, like, because I've seen the stage show, and yeah, I've seen it and I liked it. Weirdly, the songs are really good and stuff. Like, I get
to your audience, we're both straight.
Yeah.
And
hey, I can appreciate musical theater, okay? Even I have my moments. I get what it's doing, and it's actually beneath it, all the songs and stuff, which are all just about the spectacle and the performance. Like, it's a decent enough story about friendship between two unlikely people, and kind of discrimination against outsiders, and class warfare and all that stuff. And the rise and fall of Elphaba as a character. So that's fine. I don't mind it. But I'm curious as to why they needed 2 movies for this, because it's not a complicated story.
Well, money, I would say money. I think to jam that story into even the 3-hour movie would be tough. So I don't mind it. I actually don't mind that it's 2 movies. I think it's fine. The thing is, what's funny is the political analysis of this movie. They're saying, oh, in light of Trump and the election, this movie means this now. I see it completely differently. You know the story, Drinker. I see the wizard as being Biden. And the vilification of Elphaba is Trump being vilified in the media. That's how I see this now. Literally, I put out a tweet about it. Like the way they completely turn Elphaba into a villain, right? She has a virtuous cause, right? The animals and whatnot. We don't want to get into too much detail, but I see her as Trump and the wizard as Biden, blaming the witch for all this wrong, and we have to get the witch.
I always just I mean, like, obviously you can put it into that modern context. Like, in the original story, it's just a reflection of the sort of vacuousness of people in positions of power, where it's all just a bit of an act. It's a show. It's smoke and mirrors, really, right. Where they try to hang on to their prestige and their power by any means necessary, and that often means creating scapegoats that they could blame for all of the world's woes, so they don't have to take any responsibility themselves. And yeah, you could probably apply that to any political leader, because that's really what they do, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I wouldn't want to go into this wanting to hate it or anything, despite like the Cynthia Erivo being a bit of a dick on social media. Yeah, I guess I would want to give the movie a fair shot if it came down to it. Yeah, and coming from a position of having enjoyed the stage show, it's not a terrible story. I feel like in some ways it spawned this modern era that we see of trying to redefine villains as anti-heroes that you're actually secretly rooting for. So right. I don't love what it represents thematically, but in terms of just being an interesting story with fun characters, yeah, I liked it at the time. I mean, I hope it's fun. I hope it's good. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, I don't necessarily want it to fail or anything. I don't really have strong opinions about it either way.
This will make $1 billion. It's going to play all through the holidays. It's the movie that the family at Thanksgiving or Christmas can all agree upon, right? Because a lot of movies, like, we're not talking about Red One now, because what a terrible piece of streaming garbage. It's a for me, it's not even so bad it's good. It's bad that it's like, I don't know. I also like bad movies. So this will be it's very bad.
I was going to say, tell us a little bit about Red One, because The Rock reckons that's, like, in terms of IMAX performances, it's going to be game over for every other movie.
You did say game over, and it sounds like it was actually game over, but it was a very, very different meaning of that phrase. It's
Red One is everything wrong with modern Hollywood. Too much digital. It's too long. It's bloated. It's everything wrong. it was supposed to be streaming, by the way. That movie was supposed to be streaming only, and they decided, well, we'll release it to theaters. But back to Wicked, saying that like families can you have all these choices. Look, I think one of the better movies that's coming out this year, I've seen it twice now, is Nosferatu, Robert Eggers.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic. A whole new take on it. It's so good. So I love that film. That opens Christmas Day. Not a family movie. It's R-rated. Lots of nudity.
Good. It should be.
No. And by the way, Nosferatu, it's not very diverse.
Boo.
And it will get criticized for that. It is
Robert Eggers movies are never diverse, though. The Northman,
right?
The Witch, The Lighthouse. Like,
Ooh,
the
Lighthouse. There's like 2 people in that.
Yeah. Hey, there's some other guys at the beginning when they're getting dropped off with their supplies. Okay, Mahler.
Right. But yes, but Wicked will make over $1 billion. I think it's because of the 25 years buildup of that play, the awareness of it. Wizard of Oz it's got that for nostalgia, right? And because people know that movie, it's one of the biggest movies of all time. So Judy Garland, but it's very gay, but in a way that like Cirque du Soleil is very gay, but families go to see that, right? And as you said, musical theater, it's all super gay, but I don't know. It doesn't. It's sort of in the background. If you look for it, it'll annoy you. So,
is it too cynical of me, or dare I say homophobic, just to go with a hard pass? I've got. I know it's not made for me. I've got no interest in it, and even if it was on TV, I'd turn over.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like I said, my analogy. Do you like Thai food? If you don't like Thai food, don't watch this movie, or don't whatever. It's like I like bad movies. I like musicals. I'm not a foodie. I'm a movie. I like different types of movies. I like all kinds of films. So, so I quite enjoyed it, and I'm going to see it again. I know Gary hated it, but I expected him to. I think I'm going to ask Gary if he liked Prison or Wicked better.